Hi guys, and welcome back to another video here on this channel. My name's Shireen and I talk all things sewing and homemaking, so if that's something you're into, I would love if you joined the sewing family. So today we're going to be starting a sewing vlog, and I've got quite a few sewing projects to get on with this weekend, but I'm also in very autumnal vibes right now. I mean, today is an exception. It's gloriously sunny outside and actually quite warm, but there have been some very cold days, which I'm not angry about, but it has definitely put me into the autumn spirit. The pumpkin spice lattes have begun, and there's been a lot of tidying up in the garden things as well. I mean, here in the UK this summer we've had such a freakishly hot summer, and actually not too much grew well. And now that the rain's been pouring down, the garden's finally in love, so it's all blooming and all happy days there, but it has been needing a bit of a trim and the lawn's been needing a little bit of TLC. But yes, it's going to be a cozy one, and I thought I'd take you along the projects that I get on with this weekend as well, because there's a lot of things I need to speed through. So yeah, I think it's going to be a fun one for you guys to come along with. So I thought I would share with you first of all what's on my mannequin just behind me here. And this is a make that I did actually quite some time ago now, and I absolutely love it. It's a bodycon halter neck dress, and it's got a lovely exposed back, and it's made of this metallic stretch fabric, and it's sort of a silk finish on the inside, so it's not even itchy. It's the absolute perfect evening dress. I did actually make it for an event, but then last minute decided to change what I was wearing because it's probably a little bit too bodycon for the event that I was going to. But it's one that I'm going to be whipping out very soon, and I cannot wait. It is one that I've self-drafted, so there's no pattern for this. If you're interested, I would be happy to maybe upload this on my website. Let me know if that's something you'd be interested in seeing. Obviously that would take a little time, but let me know if that's something you're into, then I'm happy to do that for you guys as well. Yeah, super happy with how it turned out. Absolutely love it. I think it's such a flattering cut as well on the shoulders, and yeah, really love it. One of the things I do need to finish off is the stool for this armchair. And for those of you that may not have seen, there is a video up where I thrifted this chair and I reupholstered the cushions and reshaped it a little bit, sanded the armchair down, and I absolutely love it, and my cat absolutely loves it too. She literally plants herself here all day every day, and actually she doesn't even sleep with us anymore, and that's just absolute betrayal in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, it's a really comfy chair. There is a footstool that goes with this chair, but I haven't had time to upholster that part or sand it down. So today I do want to make the actual footstool cushion, and then tomorrow I will probably start sanding down the base. There's a swimwear piece that I'm self-drafting that needs a little bit of tweaking. I've made a start on that. There will be a video that will come up in regards to the details of making it, but I do want to eventually make that a pattern that's available to you guys, which is really exciting. Also, that's something that's really exciting is that my website is actually going live, and actually might even be live by the time you guys watch this video. So if you want to check it out, then do head on over there. I'll pop it in the comments box and the description so you can go and check it out. Essentially, it's going to be a platform where everyone can kind of share their makes and leave comments and have a really lovely sewing community over there. I want to be sending out monthly newsletters where we share all sorts of sewing makes and perks and highlights of the month, but also sewing favourites in terms of fabrics, sewing patterns, notions, and somewhere where I can share free sewing patterns with you guys, hopefully some PDF downloadable ones. If that's something you think you'd be interested in seeing, then do head on over to the website. You can leave your email address in the subscription box. It's all completely free, and it just means that once the newsletters do come out, you'll be the first to receive all the little perks. So that's super exciting. I cannot wait for that. Let me know if there's anything in particular that you would love to see over there. Yeah, I'm super excited about that. I have just uploaded my autumn sewing plans, which was so exciting to finally jot down and and create a plan and knowing the direction of the next season. There's some really fun makes in there and things I've been really wanting to make for quite some time. So if you've not seen that video, do head on over there and check it out. But yeah, let's get on with the day. Okay, so I'm at my sewing station for the day and I thought I would share with you what I'm doing today. So as I was saying earlier, I need to upholster the cushion for the footstool, which matches my armchair, and I've already pre-cut it out of the same fabric. Now I didn't have enough fabric, so what I've had to do is cut the visible parts in the original fabric, which is this textured checkered fabric. Beautiful. It actually was something that I thrifted from the charity shop, and it was actually a bed throw. Yeah, it was quite a find. I've not seen anything like this since, and yeah, I'm always on the hunt for this sort of textured, sort of plain fabrics. But anyway, I didn't have enough, so for the base I've used a really old bedsheet of my own that got stained in the wash because someone put coloured clothes in the whitewash. Anyway, instead of throwing it away, I kept the fabric to do sort of a trial with or something, and this actually matches really well in terms of colour with the original, so that would just be underneath. And then I was waiting on an order for this continuous zip. I think there's 5 meters worth of zip on here with the, yeah. So yeah, and it comes with 10 zips, so you can make any length of zip that you like, which was really important for this because it's quite a long cushion and I wanted a zip to go sort of all along the short side and a little bit further on both sides. I'll show you what I mean a bit later because that didn't make sense. Yeah, this is the sort of a cream colour. I'll see if I can link this down below because this was a godsend. I'm actually just planning on maybe bulk ordering even more of this to see if it's just good. I think it's just one of these things that's just really good to have in your stash. So yeah, that's that. Now in terms of the actual panels, I've got the individual strips which are going to be bow ties, which I want to tie the cushion to the wooden stool. So I've got quite a few pairs of those, 4 pairs of those. And then I have the strips. Now I've got one long end. No, I've got 2 long ends. And I've got the two short ends as well. Let's arrange. And then we have the main big panel piece. So what I'm going to do first of all is just kind of assemble all the pieces together using clips. So I'll put the long edge, short edges and the long edges all together, sew it all together, right sides together, and then right at the end I'll put the biggest piece back on underneath, if that makes sense. Right, got my pins ready, not pins, I got my clips ready, and let's get clipping. Okay, so I thought I'd give you a bit of an update. All the ties are in, all the sides are on. So with the right side up, this is what it looks like. So you've got the top panel here, you've got the side panel here, and on the top corners you have these ties which I've hemmed the edges for. And all that's needed now is for the base to go on and the zip. So I'm going to get attaching these and I'll meet you back at the end. So it's done and I'm so happy with it. So you saw this part last time with the little ties and everything here done. But now the zip is in. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. So there's a zip. It matches perfectly. And it opens and closes. Ta-da! Ta-da! So now the moment of truth is if it actually fits on the actual cushion. So let's see. Cross your fingers for me. So welcome to my kitchen, and I thought I would get on with baking my gluten-free almond and orange cake because I've got an orange that I need to use up, and I've also got a lot of eggs that I need to use up, so I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to bake. So I'm going to get all the ingredients and things ready and then I will kind of take you through. I will also leave the recipe down in the description box down below. This is my first time making it, so I'll let you know. I'll do a little taste test at the end. I've made a different version of almond and orange cake before, but I actually can't find the recipe. So we're starting with a different one. I would say in terms of my taste of cakes, I do tend to like a more mildly sweet cake and I don't like an overly sweet cake. So we'll kind of see how it turns out. I might need to make some adjustments to some of the ingredients. So sometimes I put less sugar and yeah, that sort of thing. So I'll kind of take you along and we'll do this together. So for those of you that don't know, I'm not celiac, so I'm not allergic to gluten, but I am gluten intolerant. So I do try and cut out most of my gluten intake, but on occasion I will have some gluten-y bits as well. So just bear that in mind when following this recipe. It does say that it's completely gluten-free. Obviously there's nuts and things in there. Excuse the hoover. I'm using ground almonds. This is Sainsbury's brand, but you can get these anywhere. I'll leave one link below. Also can be known as almond meal as well. So that's that. So it's now in the oven. I did make quite a few amendments. I'll leave all the amendments that I made down in the description box down below. I halved the amount of sugar that was in the original recipe. I also put 4 eggs instead of 6. So I've made some tweaks there, but this is all kind of my personal preference. I like to go as least sweet as possible without it being sickly sweet. That's just my personal preference. But yeah, we'll do a taste test at the end and I'll let you know how it ends up and if I want to make any further tweaks than what I've done already. So I think it's time to go back to the sewing station and finishing my project planned for this afternoon. So an exciting delivery arrived today. I got my new sewing pattern that I ordered from eBay. It's a pre-loved sewing pattern and it's this Simplicity pattern 8297. And it's a little blouse combination. And if you followed me for a little while, I've always wanted to make a blouse and have a proper structured collar, and I want to be on a mission to create the perfect oversized shirt one day, and I thought this would be a really good starting point. They've got some really nice designs, things like 3/4 length with the cuffs, a little pocket square, these little butterfly-like sleeve, and also, I don't know if you can see here, the little peplum detail, which I just thought was really cute. This doesn't come with the original envelope, so I'll leave what it actually looks like in colour, because I think otherwise it can be quite hard to understand, but I'm really excited to make a start on this one. And yeah, I think it probably came up to like £3 something. I'll see if I can find this pattern anywhere else. But yeah, really excited about that. Not sure when I'll start to make it. I think this will probably be more towards sort of spring, summer next year. So if you want to see that one in action, then hold tight. Okay, so this is the swimsuit, the reversible swimsuit that I've been self-drafting. I needed to undo some of the bottom areas because it didn't fit on the hip. Which means I'm going to adjust the original pattern I've self-drafted, but for this one I am just going to make some amendments so it's still a wearable toile. So I've done some ties at the hip area here so that you can get in and out of it quite easily and adjust it wherever. And then what I'm going to do here is, ideally I need to increase the coverage here, but just for the sake of this swimsuit I'm going to add a couple of straps here that you can tie and do a bow over the other shoulder. And the main part that I need to do today is attach the bottom back together, because what I did is undid it, reshaped it, and then yeah, now it's just time to re-add the elastic. So let's do the bottom half first and then we'll make the additional strap and then we can try it on, see if we've been successful. So how exciting. It did, the orange rind did get a little bit burnt, so what I probably would do next time is add it kind of in the middle of its cooking period. But let's have a little look. It was definitely super nice to cut through and looks very crumbly. So let's try. Oh, how soft is that? Let's see. It's so soft and so moist, and it has a really nice little crunch at the top because of the almond flakes, and the orange flavour peaks through really nicely. And it's just the right level of sweetness for me. I think if you've got a sweet tooth, I probably would increase the amount of sugar you put. I halved the sugar amount. So yeah, kind of judge it how you like it. You might have to leave me to this because it's very, very good. Right, this make has been really, really hard work because essentially what happened is it's a one shoulder strapped swimsuit. And when I was self-drafting, I made it a little bit too low cut, and I'm quite big busted, so it didn't support my left breast, shall we say. And yeah, I tried to come up with a solution of adding individual straps, but that didn't work to pull it up. What I could do when I redraft, I can obviously make the coverage a bit better, but also maybe elongate the torso a little bit as it comes up a bit higher. But I just kind of had to find a way really to amend this one. So let me show you here. So this is the top, and this was the original. It stopped here, and I've added in this panel here that goes all the way around the back, so it's a bit more supportive. And this sort of thicker strap here. And then what I've done so that it goes on the hips a bit easier, so this is the cutout detail here, and I put in a tie detail here to help. I did originally want it to be reversible, which it was up until the point at which I put this panel, so it looks a bit strange now. I mean, you could wear it like this, but obviously this finish here isn't ideal. Although I could probably make that a bit better. Yeah, I suppose if I trim this edge off and then do a zigzag stitch on the edge, that could tidy that up a little bit more to your reverser. But however, I do just prefer it on the green side anyway. That's probably how I'll end up wearing it. But to be honest, I've learned a lot making this, and this is actually a really good wearable first draft. I've still got all the fabric markings on there, so what I'm going to do now is basically cut off all the loose threads and steam iron it just to get rid of all the fabric pen markings. And I'm actually quite happy with it. I really do think it's a wearable item, but yeah, I would definitely make some more amendments to this if I was to make it again, and I am going to make it again. So I'll take you along with that, and obviously I'll be sure to show you when I do this one again. But no, otherwise I'm really happy with it. Obviously I'm not going to try it on here. You may see it up on my Instagram at some point, so if you're not over on my Instagram, then do follow me at Untitled Life. Also remember guys that I've also got a website now, so if you want to head on over there, subscribe if you want to receive newsletters, which won't be going up just yet, but in the coming months there will definitely be monthly newsletters where I share all things sewing related. So if that's something that would interest you, then head on over there. All you need to do is put your email in, and I'm hoping to have a bit of a system in place at some point where I can share free sewing patterns with you that I self-draft, etc, etc. So that'll be fun. And yeah, that's it really. I think today is going to be a chilled sort of evening. There's a lot to do the next couple of days. I'm not sure if I'm going to get time to sew anything until next weekend, so we'll see how we go. For my next video, I do have a autumn/pumpkin DIY that I want to share with you. So if you want to see that, then do subscribe and hit the bell, and that way you're alerted when a new video goes up. So lovely people, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.